cooler sleep and steady support without the sinking swamp feeling. That is what surprised me most here. This is the signature design by Ashley Twin Size Chime 12-inch medium firm memory foam mattress. I see this as a bed-in-a-box memory foam mattress for small rooms, guest spaces, dorm setups, and anyone who wants a compact twin that balances contouring comfort with dependable support. The feel leans a touch firmer than classic medium, which helps with alignment while still giving some of that memory foam hug. I have been using it as a daily sleeper and as a backup in a multi-purpose room, and it has fit both roles without fuss. The design is straightforward in a way that actually matters. The profile is 12 inches, which gives enough foam stack to buffer pressure points without bottoming out on a hard core. The top foam has that slow melting memory feel, but it is not quicksand. Beneath it, a more supportive layer lifts the hips and keeps the lower back from bowing. The cover is soft to the touch with a subtle knit, not slippery, so sheets stay put. What stands out is the foam infusion with green tea and charcoal gel. On paper it sounds like a scent and cooling pitch, but on the bed it translates into a cleaner smelling surface over time and a milder temperature curve through the night. Setup was simple in the best way. The box came manageable for a twin. I slid it into the room, tipped the roll onto the foundation, and carefully cut the plastic without nicking the fabric. It unfolded by itself and puffed up within a few minutes, enough to get a sense of the feel. I let it rest for most of a day so the corners could fully expand. There was a light new foam scent at first, but it leaned clean rather than chemical and faded quickly. The twin size measured right for standard frames, with a width around 37 inches, a length around 74 inches, and a height of 12 inches once it settled. I mounted it on a platform with closely spaced slats, though a box spring or a solid foundation would be fine too. Lying down for the first time, I felt the memory layer greet my shoulders and hips, then the support layer quietly hold me up. On my back, my lower spine stayed neutral. On my side, my shoulder eased into the top foam without a sharp pinch. On my stomach, I did not get that hammock curve that softer beds sometimes cause. The response is measured. If I press a hand into the surface and lift it, the impression lingers for a moment and then smooths out. Changing positions took a hair more effort than a spring mattress, but never crossed into stuck territory. Motion isolation is excellent. I tend to roll a few times as I settle, and the other side stayed calm. No squeaks, no bed noise, just a quiet thump when my knee hit the mattress. Heat has been my long-term concern with memory foam. I sleep warm in the second half of the night. On this mattress, I noticed fewer wake-ups to flip the pillow or kick the sheet off. The charcoal gel seems to help the surface feel less stuffy, and the foam does not trap as much humidity. It is not an icy cooling bed, but it is noticeably more balanced than old-school memory foam. By morning, the cover feels dry to the touch rather than clammy. Edge behavior is okay for a foam bed. Sitting to tie shoes, the perimeter does compress, and I sink a bit more than I would on a hybrid with a reinforced edge. Lying close to the edge is secure enough for sleep, but if I routinely sit on the side to work on a laptop, I would prefer a sturdier perimeter. The upside is an even surface with no spring noise and no pressure hot spots where coils sometimes poke. For daily use, I paid attention to how my body felt after long sessions at a desk and after workouts. On evenings when my back was tight, I noticed less morning stiffness compared to a softer mattress I was using previously. Shoulder relief is the highlight. The top foam rounds off that sharp pressure under the shoulder blade without collapsing. Over several weeks, I did not see permanent impressions or sagging. The surface recovered once I got up and looked smooth again each morning. I also tested scenarios that usually reveal weaknesses. Reading in bed propped against the wall, my hips stayed up rather than sliding into a dip. When my partner joined to watch a movie, their shifting did not ripple to my side. A quick afternoon nap always tells me how a bed handles heat and weight concentration. I woke up without that overheated, sticky feel that used to send me to a sofa. Pet jumps were absorbed almost completely. A small dog landing near my legs did not jolt me awake. One particular use case stood out when I turned the room into a guest space for a week. I cleared a minimal setup with a twin frame, breathable cotton sheets, and this mattress. I slept on it myself to make sure it was comfortable for multi-night stays. After 3 nights straight, I woke up aligned and not cranky, which is rare for me on compact beds. The medium-firm balance works for a wide range of sleeping positions, so I did not feel like I needed to baby my posture. I could read on my back, roll to my side, fall asleep on my stomach, and not pay for it at dawn. The green tea and charcoal gel blend feels like the smart feature here. The green tea keeps the scent from turning stale after weeks of use. Even on humid days, there is no musty note when I pull the duvet back. The charcoal gel moderates heat and pulls moisture away enough to feel fresh, not damp. The bed-in-a-box convenience is also a real advantage. Getting a full 12-inch foam mattress into a room without wrestling a bulky frame through a doorway is peace of mind. And because motion isolation is so strong, a twin works well for tight spaces where a second sleeper or a kid might climb in for a bit without shaking the whole bed. There are trade-offs. Edge support is fair but not firm like a reinforced hybrid, so extended sitting on the perimeter is not its strength. Memory foam has a slower bounce by nature, so if I want springy pushback for very active movement, this is not that feel. The initial off-gassing is mild, but I still recommend airing it out for a day if possible. And like all foam beds, it performs best on a supportive base. Thin slats or a sagging foundation will make it feel softer than intended. After living with it, my takeaway is steady. This mattress fits a person who wants the signature memory foam pressure relief without the heavy heat buildup and without the wobbly feel of very soft foam. It suits compact rooms, guest spaces, and daily use when a twin makes sense. I appreciate the simple setup, the calm sleep surface, and the way my shoulders and lower back feel in the morning. If strong edge seating and bouncy lift are top priorities, a hybrid might be a better match. If cooler than classic memory foam, clean smelling over time, and quiet nights are higher on the list, this checks those boxes. That is my experience with the signature design by Ashley Twin Size Chime 12-inch medium-firm memory foam mattress. If this video helped, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with your questions or your own experience. Thank you for watching.